What's up? What's up? Facebook, we live again on a Thursday. It's my birthday. It's my born day, so I'm doing a little something special. I got these downloads. I mean, I don't know. I'm already downloaded, so they just come to me as I ask certain questions. But before we get into it, I want to hit you with, how we got to cross the emptiness in our minds, the emptiness in our spirits, the emptiness in our lives to get to something special. So listen up.
Much as the mirror of a lighthouse projects the beat.
Cross the emptiness, groovy hip-hop bound. Where some get lost, but others found. You gotta cross the emptiness to be hip-hop bound.
Much as the mirror of a lighthouse projects the orange light.
I have a destination in my rhythmic imagination. I see many imitations, weak mortals with limitations. Hip-hop they're not facing, just the money eagles racing. Never satisfied due to inflation and greed and ambition. I send my mind on a mission where I look, not listen. Knowledge power when fishing for answers to mysticism. Question of life I'm living, cause some with lyricism and rhythm combined with mentalism, the truth I'm giving. In the emptiness there's meaning, it's full of mental meaning. Mental in of course I'm freeing up energy for seeing that there's something and nothing and nothing and something. Open up self to be a king, shout up the wisdom you bring. It's a sign. Above the evil we climb and write on this rhyme, cause now it's time for the breeding conscious hip-hop I'm seeing. To shatter glass ceiling and begin the world healing through music. I'm revealing the higher energies I'm feeling.
We are a deep ray of light.
Cross the emptiness through the hip-hop bound. You gotta cross the emptiness through the hip-hop bound. Where some get lost, but others found. You gotta cross the emptiness to be hip-hop bound. Where some get lost, but others found. They had to cross the emptiness to be hip-hop bound. To be hip-hop bound.
Much as the mirror of a lighthouse projects.
As I build momentum, people asking who sent them. My styles act as venom for rappers trying to get them. Those whose words not born, on my show you get gone. They're from the emptiness alone, thought out pictures and songs, righting the wrong, making hip-hop so strong. It's what I use to rupture MC's lyrical structure. They blind to their culture, scavengers like vultures. I say the kids from the tortures of minds being immature. Lies lyrically, I could use rhythm and rhyme to lure. Outside of hiding, focus on the beat and how I'm riding. Lyrically smooth and I'm abiding the rules that reside. Hip-hop bound, no sound is found. Just my mind's ground, no verbs or nouns. MCs won't last around. His infinity drowns them in pools of rhyme. With superior design, reality of your inner mind. Focus, concentrate, you'll find the answers of all kinds as you cross the emptiness into the divine. Cross the emptiness. Cross the emptiness. To be hip-hop bound. You gotta cross the emptiness. To be hip-hop bound. Where some get lost, but others found. They had to cross the emptiness to be hip-hop bound. Where some get lost, but others found. They had to cross the emptiness to be hip-hop bound. They had to cross the emptiness to be hip-hop bound. They had to cross the emptiness to be hip-hop bound. Divine images in my grasp, bring them out like photographs. No words, no one to ask. Incomplete in my task, are like my head's in a mask. Flows from my soul's blast. Metal grounds first and last, and it's space on my mind's
What's up, bro?
It's deeper than any shaft. Moves quicker than any craft.
Chilling. Just waiting for the song to finish.
Oh, take your time.
Speak the music of the past. Each song is like a flash of knowledge. Don't be rash and go into college. There's no sound in your soul. Seer. Meditate, you'll agree. What you're seeing is pure ideas.
I performed this song at Jazzy's spot way back, so many thousands of years ago. Remember on Thurston.
Any clips? Clip.
With juice swelling and growing like a rolling snowball.
I was telling them how they got to cross the emptiness in their mind and their spirit, how they got to get to them. But it's a long way to go. It ain't no short joint. Saying that, cross the emptiness. Getting back to it. It's one of those times. Cosmic awareness. We got Jazzy, of course.
What's up, people?
And Mental. What's good, Jazz? What's going on, man?
Happy solar return.
Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you. Around the sun, so many 360 days, born day, or I guess, according to them, but it is what it is. I don't know, for some reason, I was like, now I look at the years a little different because I'm trying to get better. So I
Right.
need to be better than I was last year.
Hey, you doing it.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
What's good
doing
is
it.
your solar return too. You 2 days before me.
Yeah. Virgo season, people. Virgo season.
Virgo season. Well,
Yeah.
remember, we're all the zodiacs. Virgo just might be the face we put on, but we can put on any face of the zodiac because we're the small dot that's going through. We're the consciousness moving through each zodiac. So energies are there. They have something to do with us, but it all depends on our conscious elevation, what we can
Wh- wh-
control.
What a time to be black.
Oh, I've always thought that. I
No,
ain't
I'm
never
just
want to be
saying.
white.
No, no, no,
No, but
I'm
I
just
know what you're
saying.
saying,
You
right?
know,
Because
it's
now
it's
the end is coming. All that shit. Yeah. Now you want to be a part of the. It's too late, baby.
hey, what a
Okay.
time. What a
Okay.
time. Hey,
What a time to be.
hey, the one thing could be, because the whole thing about the
No,
truth,
no.
the
I'm gonna go back. You know what I'm gonna tell you that it is what a time to be black, but most people don't know. We still got our black women wearing fur, putting makeup on type of brown makeup on top of brown skin, eyelashes on top of eyelashes.
yeah, but hey, they are breaking through. They are breaking through. You can see a lot of sisters now, natural dreads. You know what I'm saying?
Bald heads. You
Cornrows.
right?
So
Tight
yeah,
cuts.
that's more now than it was before. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's when that whole thing, that teenage years from our time, especially after just leaving a Jerry curl, you know what I'm saying? And then that's what
I
I'm
had a
talking about.
Jerry curl.
Hey, I had one too. I got to find
Hey,
the picture
everybody,
and
if you
post
was
it in the
black, Michael Jackson,
yeah.
say no more. You gonna have a
Hey,
Jerry curl because you wanted to be like that. But once again, that shows even with us how what we saw through television, through
influence, yeah.
imaging, made us want to be that.
Because
Unfortunately,
the thing is we didn't have a time to go ahead and we did do research, but not where it's at your fingertips like now. That's why I said what a
right?
time. The
Yeah,
thing is too, is that even when it comes down to the truth, the one thing about a lie, it can't outlive the truth. And that's why I said, what a time to be
a
black.
lie has its limited capacity of what it can do.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
how far it can reach. Because we were talking the other day, me and Jazzy was talking about what we're going to talk about. We ain't even gotten to that yet. That's a whole nother thing. We going deep down the rabbit hole again. But we were just talking about how back then he heard what I had to say, same stuff
Right.
20
Yeah.
years ago. Am I right, Jazzy? But I'm gonna
Yeah.
be real. I didn't even have the understanding of it. I
Hey, but you
knew
had
it.
enough.
I
You
had
had
enough to
enough
be
to go
like, oh
ahead.
shit, I'm on to something.
No, but you know what you did? You planted the seed. You see what I'm saying? That's what I be
Okay.
saying sometimes when is we got to be cautious how when we say certain things to people because like even though we are a certain way, like you was going ham, and I just was like, dude, I don't even
Yeah,
know what
I was on
you know what I'm
fire.
saying? Hey, you know how it's somebody new in everything though, in Christianity, in
Right. It
Muslim,
was after.
you know what I'm saying? The ones with the black the Hebrew Israelites, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? When the
It,
Muslims was
and you
out
can't,
on
but
Jenny,
it's the same thing being a Christian and Jesus
yeah,
and Muhammad and being
it's no
Muslim.
different.
It's
Every
all,
time you
but
get,
and then that initial spark be like, oh shit, I'm into something don't no one else know about.
and
You
then
know.
hey, then they said I'm not an what did LL say? I'm not a don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. It's always been somebody there for years. You know what I'm
Always.
saying? Always, but it's a different time for awakening in everybody. So that's the one thing. Oh, before we start, I want to tell you couple things. We haven't
Uh-huh.
really been on, since because I had the what you call those styes. I had three of them on my eye, and I had surgery
Oh
a week
shit.
ago. Yeah, so I got them removed because they was there since like the 4th of July. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And I think it was when I was cooking over the grill and then the moisture and everything. And then when
But
next thing you
that
know,
would be a little more because why are they depositing it? Why is the sty being deposited in that eye? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Everything comes from somewhere else.
but I
But
never had them
go ahead.
before. I never had them.
Oh,
So
okay.
that when I got them removed, the guy told me, he said it can come from moisture. You know what I'm saying? I was sweating a lot, and then probably oil and stuff going in my eye, soaps,
Uh-huh.
whatever is on my face. So that's important too about try to find all natural stuff that you can use on your body because what
Well,
you're doing,
I'm
you're
gonna be
putting on the eye.
real. You can see my skin. I don't use any of that. Only thing I do is just wash my face with clean water 3 times a day.
Hmm.
When I wake up in the morning, when I come home from work, before I go to bed, keep it clean and moist, just washing off whatever's on there. And that's just sitting around the house washing off, not
Yeah.
doing anything, of course. You
So
know what I'm saying?
that's yeah, that's why. But even then, you want to go ahead and make your own like that black soap. You know what I'm saying? Get all natural products if you scrubbing your face instead of
Absolutely.
going to the grocery store. So that's what I'm saying. It's just things that we use and we put on our. But
It's
anyways,
funny
I
you
gotta
say that
re.
because during my meditation, I go into a oxidated state where it causes my body to heat up and I get a good sweat. I mean, dripping sweat.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Dripping sweat. And I always thought, ooh, I bet that's real good for my pores. Just
Hey,
to
sweat. Yes,
get
it's
that sweat
brain.
out of there.
It's good. It's good for the body. So
Good for the-
that bending over plus the
Uh-huh.
flame, the smoke from the grill. Then I looked up my doors like that, and it just happened like boop boop boop. She's like, "You
Mm.
got bumps on your eye," and I was like, "Oh." I went in as I just wiped my face, and then after a while, I went inside, and then I was waiting because they said they supposed to go. So I went when I got my eye checked. They was like, it's been here that long. We just gonna go ahead, man. And let me tell you, they had to put needles, and around my eye, and then my whole face felt, like when you get a shot in your mouth,
I know what you're saying.
swollen.
All right,
But
all
I
right, all right.
still,
Skip to the good stuff. Skip to the good stuff because you look good
well,
now.
okay. So, anyways, that was one of the reasons why I just didn't want to be publicly. But another thing is that a couple things happened. Like my birthday, I got a text, but I ain't see it until because I fell asleep on my birth. Well, my solar return. You don't want to say that.
It is
However,
what it is.
what happened is that I really just came home, got a couple gifts, and then my daughter grandparents came over, and then after that, I fell asleep. Because I was tired. But while I was asleep, I got up and then I read a text message from a old employer where I used to work at. Remember the job I was telling you where we used to
Uh-huh.
talk on the phone? So she was like, my coworker said, Kurt Close got walked out. And I was just like, damn. Remember all
Was
the
that the
stuff that I was telling?
supervisor? The
That
butthole.
was, yeah, the one that didn't give me a raise for 3 years that time.
I got you.
He lost his damn job. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it,
Nah.
when
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now we got to stop for the people because this is a spiritual thing. Because I remember telling someone, oh, bro, we always get the last laugh. We just talked about the truth. You
Mhm,
can't stop it. The lie has an expiration date. The truth does
mhm,
not. It's gonna come back
mhm,
around. And I remember telling you, you're gonna see him, or you're gonna know when it comes back around for him. You're gonna be there to witness it. And here we
mhm.
go. So this was something that was said how many years ago, Jazzy?
Yeah, because
And
well,
that's
it's the
why patience is so cute, so key. Why you have to give it to the spirit, let it go. Then you hear out the grapevine, oh yeah, they walked your boy out.
hey, you know what the thing is? What the key thing to any of these type of situations, whether it's heartbreak, whether it's you going through something financially, whether
Mm-hmm.
you going through something with another person, the one thing to do is that what you do is that you know what you allow your spirit to handle it. You go ahead and keep
Well,
doing your
I,
spiritual
I
work
agree,
because
but
what
how
happens
do they do that, Jazzy? Is there a way in your words? How? Because most people, when you say let the spirit handle it, they don't really understand what's going on. They just think they just kind of give it to the spirit and let it go, or do they think about it all the time? And so, what
when
would you
the,
say?
I would say leave it. And after you say what you have to say, that's why we say words are so important. And I just got to telling my daughter, remember I told you, I told her, said, reclaim your power that you have within you, when she was
Facts.
going through hers. So the whole thing is, once you speak it, you let it go. And then what you
But the
do
key
at this
thing
point,
is, after you
you got to
speak it,
replace it.
No, no. After you speak it, you let it go, but you act as if it's already done.
That's
That's the
true.
key.
Yeah, right. So that's
That's the key.
exactly
You act as
it's
if it's
exact.
already finished. I ain't got nothing to do with it no
Go
more.
on about your business, rather it's go ahead, go deeper in your spirituality at that point. That's what I
Right.
was saying, replace it. You know what I'm saying? So while that's gone, acting like it's already gone, how you do it is you replace it by reading, meditating, you know what I'm saying? Grounding, go do anything that's gonna go ahead and enlighten, and get you
Well,
closer to
move
knowing.
away from what looks good, feels good, tastes good, sounds good, smells good. Stop eating. Go on a fast.
That
That
fast
goes
is a
with
good
tastes
way.
good,
And
smells
I
good. All right. What looks good? Put your
we
phone
talked about
down.
that.
Put the
We talked
TV
about that.
down. Go out and
Right.
be in nature.
Hmm.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? What feels good? Grounding. Put your feet on the ground. Actually
Hmm.
walk and
Yeah.
feel nature and hug a tree. See, but
Hmm.
they don't, all that shit used to be spiritual. You used to be able to touch a tree and know everything the tree knew.
You want to know something, Mitchell? You want to know one of the quickest ways, but people won't do it because if you want to know a quick way, go through the park and just be talking to yourself walking.
Well, they
Talk to
have to have,
yourself and walk through the
hold on,
park.
they have to have someone in themselves to talk to. I've
Just
learned
start talking.
recently that,
I
no,
just say start talking what's on your heart, some things that you need to change,
fact,
self-improvement. You know what
I'm
I'm
with
saying?
you.
All you gotta do is open your mouth and start talking to yourself. I remember that's what drew me to the parks. Even before I really got so deep into spirituality, I used to um Genesee Park, like even when I didn't live here, I'll come back and I go in through the tennis courts and walk the trails, and then
Uh-huh.
I'll just go
We used
ahead
to ride our
and just
bikes through there,
I'll go there, find me
me and
that
my
tree with the
daughter and
bench,
son.
go sit on there and just talk to myself. Then when I
Mm.
start getting into crystals and stuff, I start taking those out, laying them on the bench next to me or on the concrete while I was looking over the water, and I just talk to myself. I ain't care who was walking by because you know what? That's when you'll be tested because you don't want the people that you crazy. First of all, that would be the first thing you'd be like, "Who the fuck fucking talking to?" You think that you one of those people,
No,
but
I who are
you'll
you
learn a
talking to?
bit
Oh,
more respect.
I'm talking to me. What
You'll
do you mean
learn
you talking?
a
Yeah, I'm
deeper
talking to me.
respect for those people that do. When you think that they just out there, you don't know what they talking about. So that's the whole thing. So that right there is a denouncing and breaking away from ego. So that's a good way to start. So like that's why I
No,
said pick up a book, read, go for a walk,
but what they have
meditate,
to realize, what
fast.
people, what I want you to know, he is absolutely correct. But who you're talking to is your ancestors,
Mhm.
people that are actually living in you, your fathers and mothers, father and mother, and their father and mother go all the way back 20, 100 generations. That's millions of people that are in you. All you have to do is access them. They're in your mind. They're part of the elastic records that allows us to know everything that's going on. How do we know everything that's going on? Because we're millions of years old and we have access to those records, but they're in us. They're
Mhm.
not out here. Truth
So you know
in us, not
that's a
out here.
that's something too because like just having access, you I really haven't done it to the extent like what I've read or heard. That some people, as far as like your gifts, they go ahead and say,
Spiritual gift.
like say if you want to play any type of instrument, somebody in your ancestor line has already been a
Already done
jazz
it.
pianist or
And
or
you can
played some
allow
kind
that
of.
energy to move
That's where
into
you
you.
tap in and and then and it's all of you anyway, so but that's a good way to go ahead and all of these things are good. However, the only thing what I say is that you got to find a way to go ahead and rid yourself from thinking about where you are right now, and take your mind and allow yourself to go ahead and talk to yourself so you can go ahead and get acquainted with everything, and then it'll just be like that's when the downloads and stuff start coming.
Right. And just like
So
if you're an athlete, you get in the zone. What do you think that zone is when
they
you get in
tuning
the
in.
zone?
They
You don't
tuning
think
in.
about anything. Everything is reaction.
Mhm.
Everything
That
is you're
intellect.
not thinking. You're not like, oh, I'm gonna do this, do that, do that. You get it and you do it, and it's all one motion. You in the zone. You can't miss. Why?
Mhm.
Because you've tapped into that spirit. that spiritual entity above you that's, oh yeah, I got this all day, all
Hey,
day, and
so
twice on Tuesdays.
so one of the biggest things what I got out of it too, because that was, after you go through something and things appear,
Uh,
the first thing you ask is, you say, now what was the lesson? What did you learn? Right.
yeah,
So upon that, when that happened, I was telling, my daughter, mom, my daughter, my lady, everything. I was telling everybody. I think I told my brother. I may have told my sister. I told like people at work. I'm just saying. I just was talking about it everywhere, and I was just saying like, you know, this dude right here. He used to be an asshole to me. You know what I'm saying? I went ahead and I was putting writing on the. I was writing on the not newspaper, but the brown paper bag. I was ripping it, putting what protect me from
burying it in the
all these evil.
backyard.
Yep, put it in my shoe. I walked on it, walked on those people. That was, and then it was so much rejoice because it was my solar return. And then all of a sudden I got some message and I was like, wow,
Here's a gift that
the
just,
lie.
here's one of those gifts that are priceless. Remember you said you wanted such and such, such? Here you go.
Hey,
Walked him out,
hey,
no pension, no nothing.
Hey, the thing is too, not just him, three other big time shots there got that and like I was facing racism there, a lot of different things. And that's why I was like, wow, man, what such a
You see,
good feeling because I left that job. I got, what I'm saying, I'm closer to home, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things
everything worked
happened. Everything worked. I got a better hours that I work. I ain't there on, Sunday and overnight until Friday morning, and the way that everything, and then to just see that this dude got walked out. So check this out. That's one of the things, right? So another thing, yes, I didn't. Yeah, yesterday at work, I had my wallet, and then I left it in the car. So at lunchtime, I went in the cafeteria. Our cafeteria got some good food. So like they
up.
have different soups and stuff. So I call
Oh,
home and like, hey, do y'all want some soup or whatever y'all want? And they say, hey, yeah, they put their orders in. So I brought all this stuff up to the counter, right? And then I was like, you already know what happened, right?
I
I
know you
went
was
and then
like, what the?
she started ringing
Uh,
me up. She started ringing me up, and then this brother came right behind me, and he was at. I was like, man, I said, excuse me, I said, go ahead, cancel mine. I'll be right back. Let me go to Target. You know what he did? He's like, put it on mine. I was like, bro, you sure? I was like, this is gonna be a lot. The lady at the register was like, it sure is. It's gonna be a lot. He said, don't worry about it. He said, I was like, dude, you want me? He said, nah, bro, this on me. Just go ahead. And I was like,
pass it
man,
forward.
hey, isn't
How
that
the spirit
something?
works.
You know what I'm
How the
saying?
spirit
It's just
works.
like it's something little. But what if somebody like what if I was not living in my truth and I was somebody that just did that for you know what I'm saying? And then, so it's just like when you do right, good things happen. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I do everything right because I don't. I
And
got a lot of
it's not
things I'm
only
working.
do, when you have the right intentions, good things will come to you
There's
because
a,
you want good things to come to others. Remember,
yeah,
everyone's a reflection of us,
and
good,
so
bad, and
check it
ugly.
out. The day before I was in the line, my daughter got sick. Remember I was telling you, so I went and I was getting
Hmm.
her. I had to go to Wegmans. I had to go. Then on the way home, can you bring some what was it? It was something. So I was like, yeah, okay. Oh, it was ginger ale. So I went. I was like, I'm just gonna stop back. So I went in there. There's a guy before me, tall brother, dreads. You know what I'm saying? And then he only had a few things, but he put a Reese's on the belt, right? So he was like, the guy was ringing, then he rung up everything, and then he said, "Did you get that too?" And then he was like, "Nah, I didn't get it." He said, "No, you can put it back." I said, "You know what? Don't even worry about it." I said, "I got it." He said, "Nah,
Right.
man." So, but it was only like $2 and something. But the
I
whole thing
understand.
is, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, "Bro, here," because before he even got out the line, I already had paid for it. And I said, "Here." He said, "Oh man, peace, bro. Thank you." You know what I'm saying? And but the whole thing is the very next day, look at what happened to me the very next day. Mine was only $2. This dude went, because I had two soups, I had a lot of stuff to
Once
go ahead.
again, I think the next revelation, I was going to talk about it a little later, but with the ancestors, when you do things from the heart, that helps increase your
That brings that
consciousness.
energy, right?
It brings more energy so your ancestors can help you more. When you're selfish and greedy, you kind of lock them out. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? They can't really help you. And
Mhm.
that's when we were going to talk about how negative emotions
Mhm.
are actually negative spirits that control you. So when a
Mhm.
person gets emotionally controlled and do something on what do they call it? A hate crime, see they wife getting railed by another dude and killed both of them and da 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 da, and they be like, I don't remember doing it, or wow, I can't believe, and they feel so bad because they were possessed. Negative emotions, if you go that deep into them, they will be a possess where you're not even conscious of your actions. You're running on
So,
automatic.
hey, before we get too deep though into what we're gonna talk about, one last thing,
Go ahead.
okay? I get off when I'm bringing everything in the house, and I was getting ready to, tell what happened to me at work that day, right? And then I also was like, "Hey, remember that?" And she's like, "Yo, he was. I'm look at that. Look at what happened to him." She said, "But I got something to tell you, right?" She said, "Because her boss, like her manager, been like writing her, or whatever. Every day when I come home, I'm hearing, so." Cause she like, I'm ready. I'm just gonna retire. That's how frustrated.
Oh snap! They cut you off, Jazzy. He was just telling the story. I don't know what the story is. First time I heard it. I'm pretty sure my spirit is saying, talking to me, saying that something done happened to her boss who was hating on her, and he done got him. So now he fired or whatever. But we will see how the story goes. But I'm pretty intuitive about that stuff. But while he is gone, hopefully he will be back. Let me check. He's still on there. Hopefully he will be back. I was talking about how your negative emotions can control you. Your jealousy, your envy, your selfishness, your greed, your anger. That's why they got crimes out of passion, crimes of passion. People get so mad they do something even though they've never done anything before. They allow themselves to be controlled. All right? Don't let it happen. Those are spirits that possess you, that help you, or you allow that spirit to do what it wants to do, which is mayhem. But you also have higher spirits also that help you to ascend to higher realms. All right. Ah, so you got to be, you must have emotional control when it comes down to what looks good, feels good, tastes good, sounds good, smells good. You cannot let any of them entities control you, because those entities are spiritual entity that will like lead you to your demise. Wantingness, that's a harlot. That's an actual entity wanting everything, always wanting more money, more women, more cars, better house, better car, more gold, more power, wantingness. That's a harlot, they call it. That's in the scriptures. All right. Oh, he's back.
Yo, sorry about that. Somebody, some of my friends from that's
Oh, he's
incarcerated.
straight. So
So
what happened? So you said you come home and your wife is telling you about her boss.
yeah, so she was like, um, she put in her notice she's resigning, right? And she resigned it on her birthday too. I was just like, I was like telling her about this dude got fired on my birthday, and then she telling me the same thing. When her birthday come up, that's her last day. I was
That's
like, this
oh, I
mess up.
thought maybe the supervisor done got fired.
No, well, no, she put in her notice because it's a long story. She didn't get they canceled her from getting something else, and she just like, I'm leaving the
Oh, okay,
state.
I got you. They hate.
But the whole thing, yeah, but the whole thing is basically where she was, meditating on is that she find a position in another state or something like that, and that's basically it happened. She applied there, but they didn't give it to her, so she going anyways.
I
So it
got
was one of the yeah. So, but it's just showing you how the power when you speak and then you know what I'm saying, you meditate on it. and you leave it alone, and then you just
And you
go
leave
about
it
your
to the
business.
spirit. Let the spirit
Yeah.
do and act
And
like it's done.
then the next thing you know, what happens is that it's happening. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the whole thing is. So that's the answer, mental. Then we're gonna go ahead on what you want to say. Um, is
Mm.
that once you speak it and then you leave it, you know what I'm saying, and you go on about your way. And the one thing about the truth is that it will always outlive the lie. So the lie
Lies
is
have
gonna
an
have an
expiration
expiration.
date.
Yeah, you're right. So
That's our
so
new coin word.
it
Lies have
it
an
ain't
expiration date.
it can't keep going forever because the
It
truth
can't
gonna
keep
catch up
up.
with it. Mm-mm,
I don't care how fast it's moving, it will
mm-mm.
never keep up in the long race with the truth. Never.
So, oh man, and then so I told you about I went to for my parents. My dad said he wanted to take me out, him and my mom. So my brother and sisters came, and and then we had a talk and everything. And so, man, it was hitting my heart. Like at the end of it, I was getting teary eyed and everything. My dad was just like, it's like I just want you to know that I appreciate you and that I learned a lot from and that I'm learning a lot.
That's what's up.
So, man, that for anybody that have, you know, parents, mother, father, and you know what I'm saying, and that um they come back and tell you certain things that like they're proud of you or this or that, because one of the things growing up where I grew up was that you always want to go ahead and make your parents proud. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and in that process, it was that learning curve that was really rough for me. You know what I'm saying? Being a PK, it was really tough. So I mean, I got a lot of trouble. But the whole thing, like we was talking about the other day, is that I just always had once I had the fear, then I had the respect of you know what I'm saying, what of my parents. And and then as I grew older, I really grew into knowing that it was love and that, trying to keep me from out of dangerous harm in their way of spirituality through Christianity, through their prayers and trying to go ahead. So that's the way that they showed. So now that I don't really go and do the church thing anymore, it's just good to hear that, I'm learning a lot and that, I'm proud of, so and there's no resistance and like saying, you know what, you shouldn't be this, you shouldn't be that. It's giving me my space and my room to allow me to be, and so that's what I was just saying the other day. It's just that one of the things that you do want and like I was printed today, it's just like, now take your mask off and don't how you always say when you go to your job, you're the same person. If they don't want to hear, then they don't. So the whole thing is just like just be the true, authentic self of your version of yourself that you can be at all times. So you don't have to put on a mask. So you don't
Right.
have to put on a mask at
You ain't gotta
at
waste all that
home.
extra energy trying to be something you ain't.
Just be that black dot that and that for us of melanated, be that black authentic black person that you were designed to be, no matter which way
Cool.
you travel and your walk. Rather, all walks is going to lead, as long as you
Cool.
start walking, is all walks going to lead
It's
you to the
funny you
truth.
say that because that was another thing we were going to talk about. How once you master loving yourself and
Hmm.
your being, time seems to start moving faster now
Hmm.
because now you're thinking on a whole new realm. Once you master what looks good, feels good, tastes good, sounds good, smells good. Once you master what your desires, your fears, your wants, yourself, your anger. Once you master and you put that energy, because that's all it is spiritual energy in its right places. It propels your consciousness through love to go to even higher and higher depths of illumination and
Hmm.
knowing. Because once you know, I
It
mean,
ain't no room for
ain't,
belief anymore.
ain't
You
no
don't have to have
ain't
that.
no
You know what? I'm almost willing to say. Let me think about this real quick. We'll move on. But once you
no. What
know,
I was gonna say, once you
okay, once
know,
you
it,
know, then there's no room for belief. So
none.
it's no real because once you know, that's the faith itself. So I don't think you have to have faith once you know because you already know. That's what I was gonna
And
say.
and I think that's how we came to the whole lies have an expiration date because we know. You can only
So
perpetuate the same lie for so long before the people wake up. I mean,
yeah,
come on.
so that's the thing is just that's what I'm saying. That's why I said let me think about it before I said it. But I once you know, that's the faith in itself. You don't really have to have any extra faith because you know that's the faith
And
itself.
knowing is being a part of the spirit. That's like,
Once you
because when you
know,
know, you are
you don't
letting the
have to
spirit,
believe.
you ain't got to believe in
You got to believe
anything.
in nothing. Once you know,
Nothing. Nothing. In fact, belief is dead. Belief becomes something what kids do. Children believe. Grown adults should not be believing. Either you know it or you don't. And there ain't nothing wrong with saying you don't know. But they
not
won't
at
even
all.
do that. They'll say, well, my preacher said, well, my doctor said, well, my dentist said. You see what I'm saying? Somebody else telling them what
What
they
did the
need for
spirit
them.
say? What did the
What?
spirit say?
Remember, you can't talk to you. Remember, when we grew up, if you talk to yourself, you was crazy.
That's why I
So
said take a walk in the park and talk to
take
yourself.
a walk and talk to yourself. Right. But it's once you get mastery over those low emotions, you don't care about what someone else has on. You don't care what they look like. All right. You don't care what car they drive, what house they. You don't care about none of that. You don't care
Nothing.
about no TV. I don't have an idol to no person on this world. I don't have no idol, no one I want to meet, no famous person, none of that shit.
Yeah, you know what? I don't either.
I'm in a
Well, you know
world
what?
and not of it. All this shit is bullshit,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned.
Mhm.
But it needs to be here. It has a plan. This is part of the Father's plan, this physical realm. If you knew the amount of agencies that it took to run a universe to a galaxy to a solar system, also you can have these physical planets like Earth-like planets being on.
Mm.
All right. But most people cannot gather how big things are, how one universe holds 700 million and 777,777 galaxies, and one galaxy holds 777,777,000 solar systems. All right. And each solar system has life. This shit is huge. We should be right now in galactic communication with other Earth like planets. But of course, we got the firmament. We trapped. Why? Because we're on a vibration of hate, not love. We're a cancer cell to the universe, to the rest of the universe, because everything runs off love radiation. That's why you ain't got to worry about no parties coming down here like, oh, we're going to take over. The motherfuckers already here. Ain't nobody taking over shit. All
You know
right.
the one thing that I realized that you're saying that, like, you know, one thing about me, I don't care if you're my friend, um, your family member, your coworker, just people in general. I tell people all the time. I mean, nobody will never be able to say it. That's not what I say. I say I love you. You know what I'm saying? Because the more I love something that's a different out part side of myself, I get that energy too.
The more you love yourself. Facts.
And then even the
But
things
that's
that you
why
don't love
love
about
is
yourself,
the
that's
number.
where fear
Capital
comes.
L love radiation, Jazzy, runs everything. Not some things, not a few things. Everything. Think of the cells in your body that has to come together through love to get a better function or do more than what they can do on their own while they're together.
Mhm.
Forming all your organs, your mind, all doing it together. Then the whole body doing it together. Why do you think they do this? Why do you think your lungs or your brain be like, fuck it, man, we just gonna stop breathing, man. Fuck this nigga. We don't even care
Hey,
about this
but you
dude
know
no
what?
more.
The
It's
first
through
thing is
love.
taking care of
Of,
yourself. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
but
You
I'm
got to
saying
take care
I'm
of your
trying to say
body, everything.
how love goes from the smallest part of us to the highest part of us.
Right.
It all
Right.
runs through love. And the
Mhm.
more you can tap into that energy, the more you can be who you're supposed to be. Get back
But
to us.
so when you think
Okay.
about that, right? So it's just the whole thing is like if you just love when you express love, like I was saying, like when I tell people like, look, I love you. So it ain't no male thing, it ain't no female thing. It's just me as a person in general. I just love. So that's the one
Yeah.
thing. Like, you know, so but the one thing about the love that you have and like to tell someone or to do things or whatever, you need to have that about yourself as well, because your body, if you love yourself, take care of your body. You know what I'm saying? If you love you know what I'm saying? That's what you do first. You take care of your body and then you move outwards. You know what I'm saying? Well, I was blessed to have a home. I was blessed to have a vehicle. Then you start to take care. You know what I'm saying?
Side,
Take care
I
of
think side effects of knowing and being in the spirit, it has to be health. It
Mhm,
has to be. That's the number one thing. Wealth
mhm.
don't mean shit. If I can be a millionaire today and die tomorrow.
No,
Wealth don't mean shit. It starts with
mm-mm,
health. And the health
mm-mm,
starts in your thoughts, people, in your
mm-mm,
thinking. You
mm-mm.
are what you think you are. If all you want is money and gold and prestige and houses and people to love you and look up to you,
You can, and
that's
you can
just
get
who
it.
the hell you
You
are.
can you can get it, but at what cost?
At
And
what cost? Is it the
you
P.
know,
Diddy
so
cost? That's the cost of fame that a lot of
yeah.
people have been through, some willingly, some unwillingly.
But that's
But
what
they
I
went
told
through
you.
it because they didn't mind going through that for the
I
pain.
seen it back in '90 when I was doing the work with down at the studio with Jodeci. That's when I after they left, and then you know what I'm saying. Just dealing, I got to see a lot of that up front because
Cutthroat,
you and the ones that
cutthroat.
did, you either had to run for your life to escape to get on while you was popping. You know what I'm saying? Or
Do
it's
what they
just
want
that
you to do.
that's it. That's it. And that's why I said is it really worth it? Because people they like to say, well, oh yeah, yeah. How did
Well,
they get on though?
it
You
depends.
had to go ahead and surrender a part of yourself to go ahead because
It's it,
Hollywood and all of that is Holly weird. So the one thing is
Hollywood. And
you ain't
Hollywood
getting on.
wants what looks good, feels good, tastes good, sounds good, smells good. That's their arena.
Yeah, they want to go
Movies,
ahead and
music, that's their arena. So they can paint you in any goddamn picture they want to. The problem
entertainment
is
in
you
itself.
can't paint yourself in that picture. Because if you
Mm.
had that self-knowledge, nothing what they say would matter because you already know who you are. Most of us
So
don't know who we are. We're still
like
Christian or a doctor or a father we don't know the essence of who and what we are. And we're going into a realm, if you don't, and you're still deaf, dumb, and blind, that's a problem. All right.
uh,
Not a
so
problem as in you ain't gonna move on. If you got 9 ether here, hair, and your shit grows to the sun, you moving on regardless of this bullshit. You're gonna awaken at some point, whether it's the first shall be last, nigga. The last one to awake is probably the best of us.
because you was already awake by not going ahead and you was smart enough to go ahead and not allow yourself to go ahead to be through something to be on the other side when you are that on the other side.
You're
So
already there.
you're already that. So the whole thing is just like no matter what gift you have, if you love doing something, you don't have to worry. If you love something and you're doing it for the love, everything else will be added to it. But the whole thing is, you don't have to ever give a part of yourself to go ahead and do what you love. You can just do
You
it
don't have to
because
sacrifice anything. Nothing should. The only sacrifice you should be sacrificed is your time that you're
time
using to study into what you love,
with the
so
love,
you can do
right,
it better. That's the
right.
only thing to sacrifice is your
I
time
say,
and your
I say.
energy.
And then
Only
you know what?
sacrifice.
You know what? You'll be there and you won't even know it. And the thing about it, you look back, or somebody else will come and tell you something about. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Because what happened, that money they start dangling that carrot, that gold carrot in front of you, and try to make you go for it. But the whole thing is, if you don't go for it, you're still gonna be there anyways, because they're gonna work on your demands. It's just like if you were a
what
movie
we
actor,
receive are things that are priceless. It has no
right?
monetary value in this realm, in this physical realm. There's no price on it. It's
hmm But the
priceless.
truth is, it's not going to be easy either. You know what I'm saying? Because
Is
the
anything
more
priceless easy?
no no,
In,
there's a
in, in
cost for
any
everything.
realm you want to call it, is anything
Right.
priceless easy?
Mm-mm.
Whether it's in this realm, the next realm, so you know there's got to be work. But what it says is what we were talking about before. The reason they coined the phrase oh man, I got the energy. Everything else is academics. So you got the power within you. Everything else is learning how to work with it.
How to work it. Yeah.
How to make it
That's a
affect shit
fact.
out here in this realm. Because the one
That's
thing
a
I ain't
fact.
gonna do is give you anything that ain't gonna work for you and improve your life. If it don't improve your life, what are we talking about? It's good information, but does it really matter? See what I'm
That's the
saying?
one thing. That's the whole thing about that. That's one of the jewels and one of the keys about being in this world, but not of it. Is that the thing is, if you living your truth and you doing what you love, then you don't have to be worried about anything else because you know what? It will provide
Nothing.
everything that you need. If you live in your truth and you're
And
doing
it
what you
works
love,
both ways. Your desires are low. What
and
things
then
you
when you
want already taken care of. Things you need, an afterthought. So we're not talking about like you're gonna be
it's when you
a billionaire. No, but you will be taken care of, and you'll feel from the inner you the
and
taking
then
care of, not from anything out here that looks good, feels good, tastes good, smells good.
and then the way
Priceless.
that you know, the two ways that you will know that you're doing all right is because someone or something, a unit or something will come and try to destroy
Ancestor.
it. You know what I'm saying? No, no, not that part. I'm talking about in the reality of this world that
Oh,
we
in the
live in,
physical realm.
the physical realm. So something will come and it will be like someone's trying to discredit you because they know that you're gifted. So that can be one of the things. And then another thing is that if you have it and you don't submit, you know what I'm saying? Then that's why I'm saying they'll try to tarnish you. You know what I'm saying? To make you look
Oh.
like something you. But the whole thing is, if you live in your truth and you're doing what you love, none of that will matter anyways. You know what I'm
And if
saying?
you're
So no
living in your
matter
truth, you will have haters.
you're gonna have that, and then you know what
That's
I'm saying. But
automatic.
you got to realize that you're living in truth and you're doing what you love. So the whole thing is you're protected. You're
But
protected.
an
Rather you
inner
feel it
protection.
or yeah, that is way more protected than anything
And
out here
that's
in this
why our
physical.
imagination is so important. I can see my protection now. I don't have to think about it being there or assume. No, I see it everywhere I go right now. I see the protection over you. It's right there. All of them are right there. It's just that you haven't tuned your third eye, your pineal gland, hasn't vibrating at the right frequency where you can see it.
Mm.
Because remember, this is just one frequency. You vibrate 1,000 times higher, you'll be in a whole nother realm. That's what being with the spirit, being able to walk with the spirit, because the spirit knows everything in the past and what's happening. And you got to trust that. And sometimes we think because we may have money or because we have power or prestige or whatever that we can fix our own shit. But you can't fix nothing because you can't lie to yourself.
Hey, you know what the better part of it is think when it comes up and then you just like I don't know. I don't have the means or I don't have that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I'm
If
not
the
gonna worry
spirit
about it.
wants me to have it, I'll have it. If not, I won't. Done. It's over.
That
Nothing more to talk
should be
about.
the main thing if you have money or not. You know what I'm saying? You should think
That's
that
why
way.
money
Because-
hides a multitude of sins, keeps you out of jail. You can bribe mother, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. But if you're
But
on a
if you're
high
already
spiritual path,
vibrating,
none of that would even
that ain't
matter.
gonna matter, right?
Yeah,
That's
none
what
of
I'm
that
saying.
would. I
The,
mean, did I tell you? I think, man, I was riding with my drop top, my little, ain't nothing special, y'all. Older car, but well maintenance. And I'm riding with my drop top and I'm going to work. And I moved and I heard something. Now, didn't think nothing of it. Go to pull in for the light is red. Come back, then I see a cop pull behind me. Obviously, he was trying to say something over the speaker because he knew my joint was down, so he thought I could hear him.
Mhm.
Make a long story short, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I ain't done nothing, I'm assuming he ran whatever he ran and went about his business. But
Mhm.
that's where I be at. Like, I don't even care. All right. My
Mhm.
spirits already take care of that right there, right there, right there. I ain't got to put
Mhm.
no effort into it. My ancestors already take care of that. You know, and if you're
That's how
black, you
that's
have a
how I
lot of
was just
ancestors that
that's how
do
I
not
was just
like
trying to tell you that we see you.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And but the whole thing is like your protection. What happened? You was just like you just was like
I ain't think nothing
I
of
don't
it.
even care. Right.
I ain't
That's
see
the
no
whole thing.
lights.
Like
I ain't heard nothing. Even if he would have
that,
pulled me, I'd have been like, "What you pulling me over for?"
no
Well,
for it.
what did I
Right.
do? Because I didn't do anything.
Hmm.
So, I mean, let's
They
be
want to
real.
let you
Or
know that
you know,
they
the
see
first thing,
you.
right? Black man in a convertible Benz. That's enough. That's enough right there. I don't give a damn what color, what kind, what year, nigga. Mm-mm. But
Mhm.
my spiritual right there be like, nah, bro, you got the right one, baby, because you're not messing with this one. And
Mhm.
what about his business?
But you know what? And that's what happened. He knew that he couldn't, so he was just like, "Fuck it."
The spirit runs everything behind
And that's the
every
whole thing is, it
consciousness.
was there like
Every
this.
right. It's just sitting there like, nah, uh-uh. Spirit is what makes them want to be a bad cop and harass people or discriminate or kill people. Same spirits. All of
Mhm.
them are the problem. What they don't realize is the lower spirits is low vibrational energy,
Mhm.
low animal energy. See, that's
Mhm.
what people don't understand. That's animal energy. Cats, rats, dog, lion, tiger, cheetahs. It just depends on your consciousness. And if you're letting that type of energy run you, you're no better than a super animal
Mhm.
because you can't control yourself. You can't control your emotions or the spiritual entities that come in you and control you. If you
Mhm.
want to eat, you're willing to kill a nigga to eat.
Mhm.
You want money, you're willing to steal for it.
Mhm.
See what I'm saying? Now there's other ways, other spirits in you say, no, let's go work for the shit, nigga. We can get it. You just can't get it immediately. You
Mhm.
need patience.
A-
Lack
And
of
then
patience
it
is a
may
spiritual killer.
because
You
it may
gotta
be
have
something that
patience.
ain't you don't need that you shouldn't have anyways. So
You
you know what
want
I'm saying?
something,
So
you try to be a rapper so bad, but nothing goes right for you because you ain't supposed to be a rapper.
yeah,
You ain't supposed to be a basketball player, football
right,
player. All
right.
them dreams that only so many people of the population can be. Come on, man. Actor,
I mean, and it's not saying
famous
that you
singer, all
can't
that
have
bullshit.
those things, but what are you if you're not giving up your time, what are you willing to give for it? And that's the whole thing is like
And Hollywood
restructuring my business.
requires something physical that you must give up. Either you must do it or take it. You take that any way you want, but either you must do it or take it.
Yeah, I
And
don't care. I don't care. You know, what, at this point, I don't even care if people don't believe that. You know what? Keep going, and you'll get your chance to learn. You get to learn yourself. You know what I'm saying? I learned early, and I was able to go ahead and just say, I don't even want to do anything with this business no more. I don't even want to. You know what I'm saying? Because I play bass. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a rapper. I'm not a singer. I'm not a DJ. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then I was when I was promoting, I was trying to sign. I was dealing with artists trying to sign them to major deals and stuff. I don't even want to have anything to do with any of that because you know what I'm saying. It's it's not me. It's
the
not who I
arena is
am.
foul. It's
I'm
sickening.
bigger than that. That's what I realized. I'm bigger than that. People go ahead
No,
and say,
you
well, you know,
realize that you make the money don't make you. You don't have to
yeah.
chase after money. And that's the problem. Most people are chasing after money. If you get
I,
with yourself, your spirit, you'll have all the money you ever need.
you know what the whole thing is? It don't even a lot of that stuff don't even matter once you get down
That's
to it
why you'll
because
have all the money you ever need. A lot of stuff you
it
think you wanted, you don't even want. This shit don't even matter.
hey,
Who
that's why I
cares?
said the whole thing. Like what I said with me is that you know what I'm restructuring my candle business now, right? So the
Mhm.
whole thing is I would be doing something that I love. You see what I'm saying? It's not like it's not going against who I am. So you know what I'm saying? So once you do what you love and you going in truth, then the whole thing about it, that's when you know it's you. You know what I'm saying? If you got something that you know spirit inspired you to do, it may be something that you like, man, I never that once you doubt it, then you drop it, you block it out from becoming what it is. However, some things just like now, if you got to use in reason, you got to have. You can't be somebody saying like, "I dropped out of high school and I want to go in and be a brain surgeon." You know what I'm saying? You can, however, it may take you a little bit longer to do, or you need to
Mm.
find, you know,
Dr. Zebi was probably the best doctor in the world, but they had to kill him because, doctors
he
don't
was
practice healing people. They
right.
practice drugs and medicine. That's all they do. They don't practice health. None of them do. Dentists don't. This whole Western philosophy is just fudged up. All the religions over here are the putrefaction of what they're in their from their original state. Horrible. Used to control people, hoard them in the cages, and keep their minds locked. Like I always say, if there's a ceiling on whatever your belief is, until you can get to the realm of knowing, then you're locked in the wrong system. There should be no lock.
Right.
You should be able to keep going up and up and up until you just disappear into darkness. But there's no end to where you can go.
Go
But
right.
a lot of people haven't ventured over
Tap
it,
that.
knowing that from the darkness comes light.
Right,
And
right.
we're made
That's what
from the
Doctor.
93% of darkness, that cosmic ash, nigga. That's what we made from. That's why we're alien type to this planet. That's why we're the only ones that have 90 hair that grows to the sun. That's why we're the only one that have melanin in every major part of our body. Now they know melanin functions as a light enhancer. It enhances the light or heals quicker, helps you see better, smell. If we weren't eating these goddamn foods, we'd probably already transformed by now.
That's what I said. Man, so many recipes has been coming to me for the herbal part of my business,
Mm,
and I'm just going ahead and able to um, now go download, and read and listen and get some more information. But so many things have been coming to me, and I haven't even been asking. But you know what? So when it's fed to you like that and it's free, you know what I'm saying, and it's part of who you are, that you want to go ahead and present things that are all natural, and like you said, the foods we eat, to recognize what's poison and what's not.
right.
That's truly a blessing, man. That's the whole thing. It's just like I I want that I don't I'm not gonna say I want, I am that knowledge now, because it's been,
Ah,
what I'm saying, because it's
you
been
are the
presented to me.
knowledge you're freeing
So that's
from
the
the
whole
spiritual
thing.
realm into this one.
So now I have to walk in that. So you see what I'm saying? So like everything, now that I'm getting
Yeah.
all of these things presented to me, now
But
what's the lesson?
that's the
You know what I'm
difference
saying? Where do
from
you go?
knowing the path and walking the path knowingly. Those are
I
the
am
two. If you
thankful.
can walk on the path all you want, but not know what your duty is on the path, not know
Mhm.
what your function is. But once you know who you are and you walk the path, now you're a whole different being. Now you're truly in a world and not of it. You don't care about what other people care about.
I
I'm
was
only here
listening
to
to
give it. No, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm only here to talk to a like mind. I'm not even here for the ones that don't want to wake. If you ain't want to wake up, I'm good. I let the dead lie with the dead. I want
Mhm.
to keep the awake up though. I want them
Mhm.
up
You
higher. I
know,
want that energy level up.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
If you keep
hmm
that spiritual energy up, can't no there's nothing they can do. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. None. Nothing. They can't
I was
send
listening.
anything. Oh, go ahead.
I was listening, Dr. Malachi York, right? Um,
Mm,
2 days.
I
So
like that brother.
hey, it's one on there on YouTube. If you search it, I wish I had the name of it right now, but I'm on my phone.
Bro, I've
But
watched all of his stuff.
the
I
one,
went from him to Bobby Hemmett.
the stuff he was saying, it makes it, and then he give you the scripture. So if you want to go research it in your Bible, you can go
Yep.
ahead and see it. So he
That's
was
where I got
basically
the Emerald tablets from
he
him,
was talk
from his company.
he was talking about the in the beginning, the whole Adam and Eve, and going back before them. That's the third creation. Going back to the first creation before. In the beginning, and then um, in the beginning there. Of how the Bible starts out. But
In the
he's
beginning
just
was the
based
word, and the word became
word. Yeah,
flesh, and God was the word, da da da
no,
da.
they're over the water. Yeah. So, but when you go from 1 to 2, that's a whole different time period. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like he was
Right.
going over the stuff, like, because in the beginning, you know, you got to go back to the war that was in heaven. You know what I'm saying? Like where they say the angels and the Satan was, you know what I'm saying? So it was already, so that's, letting you know that there was a creation before creation. You see what I'm saying? But he was just going
Right.
back. Then he was telling it how, um, like, Amen was there in the beginning too, because he seen them go ahead and create the, like the Jesus. Man, y'all got to watch it. I mean, you just got to listen to it. He give you the
You
scriptures.
got to really do a lot of research on Brother
Yo,
York, because he
what,
is excellent when he breaks down that Bible.
whew, man, when you go back and you listen to that, you can actually see the picture in your head how he's saying it. It's in the beginning with Adam and Eve or something like that. Or just ask YouTube to bring up
Well, that's where I
Malachi
got
York
the
in the beginning.
your different book creation stories.
Yeah,
He was
that's
the
what he
first
was
to be
talking
like, yeah,
about.
nigga, there's 4 or 5 different creation stories in the Bible.
And then he was telling how Amun Ra is in the Bible, but people didn't realize or recognize. And
Say
then
his name and don't know it.
at the end of your prayers, you saying Amen, but it was referring to that Egyptian was before the creation. Oh my God, you gotta hear it. It's so tough. It's Dr.
Jazzy,
Malachi York. I'm late, I know, but it
you
was
are
an eye
not
opener
listening
for me.
to me. I watched all of his stuff. You're not hearing me.
Yeah, I
I
do,
got the
but I
books.
didn't. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? That's why I know I'm late. But man, it
You
was
got to
like,
get the Melanite children. Dr. Malachi York, the Melanite children. That breaks down 9 ether, what 9 ether is, boom, boom. You got to get the Canaanites. That breaks down the white.
he
You got to
break
get,
that in that too.
the you got to get the emerald tablets. That shit
Mhm.
is thick. That's like our Bible where you get the Noah story, Nymph and Shifscom. I'm probably saying it wrong, but the whole Noah story where they get all the stuff from the Egyptians. You got to get the Egyptian Book of the Dead.
Mhm.
You got to get the Arenthia. But all these books are thick books. I've read all of them, and they only
But you
are
know what,
pieces.
Mitchell?
They're
What I
pieces
need you to
to
do,
the whole. So you got
what
to
I
get a
need you to
lot of stuff if you want. Well, then again, I take it back, y'all. I wanted to know everything. I
so
was
the thing
greedy with it.
is, so like now that you know, like the Emerald tablets and the Book of the Dead, like, because I remember when I was looking for the Book of the Dead, and then like you can go to audio, and then they have like maybe 15 different versions. Which,
Yeah,
like,
confusion.
so when you say, so it may be one that's original, or they may not even have it. They just may have. So when you say these things, get the author so people can go directly to where
So
to get the.
it would be Atum Ra, the Egyptian Book of the Dead by Amun Atum Ra. That would be from the book that I read, the Urenthia book. There's only one Urenthia book. I even showed it on one of my podcasts. It's what is it? Urantia book. You cannot get it wrong. It's thick. It even has, for all you Christians out there, it has Jesus's childhood, showed where he was from when he was born to 32. It gives you the whole thing. This is why I be trying to tell people you can know it all. You really want to be that fan, yeah, and then you'll understand what's really going on.
Mhm.
They talk about other universes, how the 7 super universes. Each universe represents a consciousness or an image of the Father. The Father's universe, the Mother's universe, the Son's universe. The Father, the Mother, the Mother, the Father, the Mother, the Father, the Son. All of them put together. We are on the last 7th universe in the Trinity. The Father, the Mother, the Son. When I say mother, people what they took mother and used spirit. They just took the mother principle right out of it. That was done for nefarious reasons, I'm pretty sure, because they wanted people to be gay. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with gay, but they took it out and it was the mothers, not the spirits. So any religion that does not have a female energy principle is a horrible religion. I don't care who it is. I said it. Allah, they don't talk about Allah. Allah is the female energy of Allah. No one says nothing about it. Nothing. Because men get caught up on this matriarchal bullshit. It is what it is. I tell people all the time, the first physical specimens that was on this planet were black female in their divine state. Not men, no men yet. Even when we're born, we don't turn men until the third trimester in the pregnancies. Before then, everyone's female. My science cannot be unproven. It is what it is. This is what I'm talking about when you get to knowing. You get to the truth. Everything collides. Everything becomes one thing. From politics to polytheism, from religion to prison, from eating right to seeing right, from meditating, from inner me to outer me, everything is one thing. This big menage a trois of energetic energies that I just pick what I need from. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I done conquered all this bullshit, nigga. I got, like Brother Panic said, I got this physical shit down, nigga. I got this shit mastered. Mind you, it may have took me 60,000 years to do it, meaning I've been on this earth over and over and over and over and over and over until I can get to a point. Or I had already graduated from the earth and I came back to help my people one last time. These are all things that are possible in a planet like ours, because ours is a planet that ain't supposed to exist. We're supposed to be part of the Father's plan. There ain't supposed to be a firmament over us. We're supposed to be going off the Father's plan for all physical creation. In the Orinthia book, it talks about at the center of all universes is perfect physical creation, meaning people in physical bodies that do not die. They're surrounded by a sun with no heat. I know that's over the top for most of y'all, but that's where we're headed. Our sun is insignificant. It can only power this realm of the physical aspect for an extended period. Remember, we just said lies have an expiration date? That sun is a lie. It has an expiration date before the true sun comes through. This physical body is a lie. It has an expiration date. The truth has no expiration date. See what I'm saying? Your inner consciousness, your spirit, your soul, that's the truth. There's no expiration date on that.
Mm-hmm. One of the things my mom, she always say, just keep on living, you'll know.
You're going to find out.
You're going to learn.
Karma's that whip. And then even if you die, you'll reincarnate back to learn the lesson that you couldn't learn in the last lifetime. Remember, we're from the infinite and the eternal. There is no such thing as death when we get back to our realm. So we have to embrace this physical realm, not because it's what it is, it's because of the lessons that we learn while we're here. That's why we're here. We're not here to be rich. We're not here to be silver spooned. We're not here for everyone to care. We got to go through this struggle. We had everything in Egypt, in Lemuria. Okay,
you know what the whole thing is,
all this stuff already.
You know what the whole thing is now?
What we needed to do was fall down so we can run back up, and the getting back up is the power.
No,
but
you want to know something?
Man?
Like, say they had everything. We have everything here now too. When you come into this place, everything that you put to go ahead and you have it.
I'm gonna prove it to you right now, Jazzy. Right now. What would $1 million do for you that you don't have right now? And I ain't talking about peace of mind because I ain't got to pay a bill or da-da-da-da. What would it do? It's only going to get you a better car, a house, and some playthings that you don't have right now.
If that's the mindset.
I'm just saying, no, it's not the mindset. I'm saying.
No. I'm just saying. What it can do is it can come through me where I can help others. That's
true.
Something that's a positive thing.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, because the whole thing is
I didn't figure I didn't know what you would say, to be honest, but that's an actual good answer. I could help others. It is probably the only answer.
Because the whole thing is,
personally, if you're living in the spirit, you're not relying on anything this physical realm giving you anyway.
Hey, my thing is, if I got the $1 million, I can get another million.
That's the whole point. You
No,
get
that's what
caught
I'm
up in
saying.
that shit.
No. What I'm saying is, if I was given $1 million, okay, I could be given $1 million again.
And I'm just I'm
So,
more of the mind. No, I
so my
understand what you're doing.
thing
What
is,
I would
what I'm
do,
saying
I
is,
would
hold on, let me finish though.
uh
If I was able to get $1 million without even going ahead and giving a part of me up, you know what
mm-hmm,
I'm saying, as a
mm-hmm.
sacrifice. If I was gifted $1 million, I can gift somebody else. Somebody else will gift me again. What I'm
Oh, I
saying
see what
is,
you're saying. It'll come
you
back
see what I'm
around
saying?
again.
It'll come back around again. I don't have to worry about it. If it came once, it'll
Yeah.
come again.
I would probably go
So
back
that
to,
would be my mind. That would be my
I'd give it all
mindset.
away too.
That, you know what I'm saying? My mindset is like, you know what? Okay, I'm pretty blessed. Even though, I may, it's quite possible I'm gonna go ahead and like things that's run down to go ahead and help myself, but I'm also gonna help
Well, you
others.
put yourself in a better position, but I'm
Yeah,
saying you're
but
in
the
a
whole thing
safe
after that,
neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You got you got a refrigerator with food.
the
You got a car that
necessities,
runs the work. I'm just saying the only thing
yeah,
you can do
whatever
besides that is upgrade
is
that
given,
shit.
yeah,
That's it.
or help somebody else to get it.
After you upgrade, because that's what the first thing you're gonna do is upgrade your
Do is
own
that
self. Let me
right?
get right now. Now I can help
But
somebody
the
else.
but the whole thing is though, when you're doing that, you don't want to get caught up in the thing. Well, you know what? I can, if I got this, I can get you. No, just get yourself situated. That's the whole thing where greed comes in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the whole thing is, a lot of people that you can go ahead and be a blessing to. You know what I'm saying? And just like I said, even though that little me buying the Reese cups for that one guy was something small,
Yeah,
it
but
was.
the
But look at what
blessing.
I
I
got the
mean,
next day in return. I got somebody that brought me like a dinner. You know what I'm saying? For that's why I said if I get it once, I'll get it again. That's the whole mind frame that you need to have.
but
Is
it
that you
doesn't
don't
matter whether you had a million or not. If you get put in a situation where your
can
spirit is
help
telling
somebody
you to
else.
give, you gonna do it anyway.
Get
Whether you got
right,
it or not. It could be your
right,
last. You gonna give it
right.
anyway. So that's
So
what the way I was coming at it. It don't
right.
really matter. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're
That's
probably not meant to be rich, because we ain't gonna be rich for long. We gonna
and you know
liquidate this
what?
nigga.
But the whole
Everybody
thing
have a
about
good
it,
time. They have a good time.
but you know what the whole thing is, you will be rich because the whole thing about it, if you were able to get blessed to get it like that, you giving to something else is going to come back tenfold to you. And you give,
Yeah.
that's why I say it's better to give than to receive. If you have it to
Mm.
give, give. I ain't talking about
Giving
people
is
calling
giving is
coming in here.
one of them
I ain't talking.
powers of the love radiation.
Hold on, let me turn
Giving.
on my light. Hold up.
Oh, it's getting dark.
Yeah, Sky, Sky, turn the light on the porch for me. Thank you. So my thing is, what I'm saying is that mental. If somebody came and said, "Look, here's $1 million," you're like, "Dude, I don't even need $1 million." Okay, but if there's the thing, like you said, the first thing you're gonna do, you know what? It'd be so hot here. You know what I'm saying? I need central air. It's so hot. I mean, so cold here. I need to have it upgraded. Just for me to live
Heater. Uh-huh.
comfortable. You know what I'm saying? After that, if your transportation is good, your home and everything is paid off or whatever, what else do you really need? You know what I'm saying? Now you say, look, I know that somebody that's here struggling and they got 4 children. You know what I'm saying? They can't even see life because they, working 2 jobs or this, and you're the only parent. You know what? Let me help make their life a little bit better. You know what? Here's a home for you. You don't have to pay mortgage. Here's a car for you to get back and forth to work. You should be able to go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about people that come in your inbox. Like, I don't know why people think I got money mental. I be just meeting them,
Yes,
and then
it
the
ain't
first thing
about
is like,
people coming in your inbox, because they gonna
yeah,
come in
yeah.
your inbox.
They come in there, and then they be like, can I ask you a question? I'm like, I said, yes, anything besides asking for money. And it's like, how did you know? I said, because what else could you be asking me? You know what I'm saying? If it ain't about spirituality, what else can you be asking? I
What are
mean,
we
that
talking
happens.
about?
Yeah, exactly. So that happens so much. I just like, you can ask me anything as long as it's not about money, borrowing
No,
money.
I got a few co-workers at work that's starting to wake up. One dude, he's afraid that his wife, is a Christian, been there forever, and he's waking up. Well, he's woke up
Mm,
because he
mm,
sees it, and he's
mm.
trying to be like, "Well, how do you know get her?" I was like, "Bro, I mean, you can talk to her about it. Me and my wife went through it. We talked about, the principles and everything. And when she couldn't
Everybody
figure out
go
what
through
she
it.
needed, or didn't figure that maybe my answers were a little better, she went to the preacher. So I said, well, if you're going to the preacher, then why are we even talking? I thought me and you was discussing this. You don't need no
Hey,
preacher to intervene for your words. But once that
eh,
happened, I'm gonna be real. No,
eh,
once that happened, I just let it go. You do you, I do me. When it
mm.
comes up, I'll add what I have to add, and I'll move on from there. But I
Yeah,
never
you know
made
what?
it a thing. You know what I'm
It's just
saying?
like talking politics to somebody. You know what I'm saying? You
There you
find a
go.
neutral ground and you just let it be. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing right and you're doing living your true authentic self, she's gonna come and follow anyways. She's gonna see. She's gonna be like, man, you know what? If she really love you, you know what I'm saying, and she'd see that things as peaceful that you are, she's gonna want to tap in too. Not unless she has other alternative. Now, I'm not talking about those type of women. You know what I'm saying? That just like
Right.
want to be defiant and don't care
No,
if
we ain't talking about
they
that.
don't. You're right. Are we talking about if somebody truly love you, they're gonna go ahead and like, you know what? I see a difference in you. You know what I'm saying? I see how you move, and I'm not gonna go ahead. I want to know. Let me pay attention to what's got you to be a better person. Then you know if that person love you or not. You know what I'm saying? If not, you walk
You're
in
gonna
two
if
different.
you're in a relationship, you're gonna go through some times when neither of you like each other.
You're
Let's be
right.
real. And
Yeah.
now, come on now. And if you can't handle that, then guess what? You're not emotionally
You know, fit.
grown. I mean,
Right.
stop being a kid. Most people, well, let's be real. Most people are little kids. Kids in relationship, kids and how they handle their emotions, kids and how they think about the world in general. Like shit don't
Mhm,
apply to them.
mhm,
You jump off a house,
mhm.
you fall down. I jump off a house, I hit the tree and bounce off of this and do that, man. Come on. It's
Right.
that foolishness. You,
Mhm.
no rationalization to it. All
This
emotion
is
and
true.
fantasy.
Trying to see if my little light will work. Because my porch light is
I
gold
see it.
yellow. Yeah, so I'm trying to see if this. But yeah, that's the whole thing is we're talking about two different things. If you have somebody that truly love you, then yes, they will try to go ahead and see what's making you a better person. But now if they don't and they just want to be defiant because they don't really give a shit, then they're gonna go about their way. So if they are, then you know, if they
Yeah, you're
are,
right. They're gonna go
I
because they
mean,
know it. I ain't going back.
you're right. So the whole thing is at that point you just say, fuck it and go. Do your own thing. Like, hey,
Do you?
it's better to go ahead and walk your own cadence than to go ahead and march to somebody else's drummer. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. You don't want to be sitting here going ahead and, following something that's going against who you truly are. That's insanity right there.
Facts.
That would be insanity. If you go ahead and you marching to what somebody else say and you know better,
Well, how
that's a
many
fool.
people do that? How many people
Yeah.
listen to the preacher over what they know? A teacher over what they know? A
But
politician
I
over
think
what they know?
I
You
can
know,
I can say that I don't really think some are Christians, no, because the whole thing is that if you were brought and raised in it, it's
that's even
you're already
worse.
mind control. No, but I'm saying you're
So
already a
you're
part of
sheep.
mind control,
No, I know
huh?
they're sheep,
Yeah. So the
zombies.
whole thing is, yeah. So like the ones that when you finally wake up, that's something different. But I'm talking about like what you're saying, like they go in there and they know the answer. Now that's insanity itself too. Because why would you be going backwards in your life? The whole thing is it's always forward, never backwards. That's from
There's certain
that
scriptures in the
that
Bible
movie.
that are look right. There's certain scriptures in the Bible that are undeniable from what
Mhm,
they're saying. Jesus,
mhm,
what chapter 10, verse 32 through 34. Didn't I say ye are gods? Ye are
mhm,
gods. Well, who the fuck are these ye he's talking about?
mhm.
He's talking about the
This,
rest of the 9 ether beings that was
and
on
that's
the
the sa-
planet at the time. You
this.
are gods. Then it said it's in Psalms, I think 56 something. Then and the gods was in the assembly of the gods as they went over what was going on as far as what they were going to do. In certain spots, they tell you the word God was replaced replaced the word Elohim. Elohim means gods with an S. And most people don't do
Dr.
that. And that's the
Malachi
stuff.
York break that down too
Yes, he
about like,
does.
oh
Yes,
my
he
God, talking
does.
about Elohim, you know what I'm saying? He break it down and
Once
he
you
break
get
the
one of his
whole word
books,
down.
and once you get one of his books from his website, they will send you a whole itinerary. It's all over the internet. They have their own factory. But warning, these are not books that this nigga just wrote on his own. He had the ability to get these certain scriptures, and he just had his people rewrite them under his shit.
hmm
So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna put that out. Now he
Man, I look
does
like
have
my
some
brother right here.
sacred stuff. He does have some stuff that he made up on his own, but most of the books that he has were straight taken from other spots.
But the whole thing is to just get the knowledge and then you let your spirit
No,
decipher
if
what's
he
best
didn't
for
do
you.
it, you never had a knowledge. So I'm not mad
Right.
at him, but I don't like
hmm
somehow some people want to portray him like, look at all these books he wrote. But come on now, he did not write all those things.
Right.
Stop it. He may have interpreted them,
hmm
but let's not say he just came up with it all on his own. Come on now. Let's stop that. Stop that
So
foolishness.
speaking of books, did you anything like with your website or anything coming? I mean, what's the word on
Still
that?
working on stuff.
The audio book.
The audio book, I think the audio book and the website, in fact, I gotta probably text him tomorrow to see what's going on because he said it was in a few weeks. This was about a week and a half ago, so he said he needed 2 more weeks. It's a slow process. I just got the international stuff, so it'll be sold all over the world. You know,
Okay.
things of that
hmm
nature. We're talking about
hmm
cosmic awareness, y'all. My book by Michael Campbell, and I also have Overstanding Darkness by the
hmm
same character.
You can
But
find it
find it, But I mean, it is what I think.
on Amazon.
The
You
first
can
one
find
I
it on
think
Amazon.
was a great start for most because the kids in where I work, they love that one because it's basic. It's bing, bing, bing. But cosmic
I think
awareness,
that one. I think that one harder than the one that I'm reading now.
wow, nah, because I thought it was basically break it down and apply it to you.
That one is more telling you about the brain, the nervous systems, all of that. Unless I didn't get to that part in this book yet. The first one is a little bit like spiritual knowledge. This one is
Well,
leading
you
you
haven't
into
gotten
it.
to it yet because I go through the
Yeah, because
chakras, the brain, the midbrain, all that. I go through the whole
okay,
thing in a little more depth. That's closer to the end before I get to the theories. So once you get
because
to the theories, and
the first one was really hard for me at first because I was just transferring. You looking like I got it the book in 14, 13 when you came and did the show at Katniss Attic.
mm,
She brought the book for me. And then and then when by the time we started, and then I was reading, and I was like, wow, I was having a hard time with this one. Is not like my daughter wants to start reading it next. So the thing is, it's just like this one gives you like where I'm starting off. It's starting off at the beginning and leading you into it. The other one was just
yeah,
like you have
I
knowledge of
drop
it
you right.
already. Right. That's why I said this one is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? But this one is one that you can't just try to fly through. It's going to be something that you got to study.
You got it
This,
well right because any book should lead you to more books.
right. This one right here is like this. It's taking especially with my eyes. The cataracts. So that's the whole thing is that's why like with me for a little bit it's been easier for me to listen than to go ahead and sometimes because the words get blurry and I have to keep reading,
I
and
know
have
what you're saying.
bright light
So that
because I
stops you
gotta
from getting into the zone then. Because when you're
because
reading,
it's
I learned when I started reading spiritual books,
like
or
but it
I
wasn't
start
bad.
reading, but the book would start reading back to me.
It wasn't
You know what
bad
I'm
at
saying?
the time when I read your first one, but now I have to have the surgery because it's
Oh,
like
okay.
I got the went and got my eyes examined like when I had the things too, and the prescription is like it's not going to be precision sharp. It's going to be glossy because the cataracts is So I was like, well, all I got to do is
Get right. They get that blood moving to it.
yeah. So that's the whole thing, cannabis. But in all the movies, like I gotta get my cataracts, So
Get
that's
my cataracts right. My cataract
yeah,
medicine.
yeah. So, but that's the thing. That's why I said. But although I'm saying that the first one, I didn't have the. It was easier to go ahead and keep up. But the thing about it, it was the terminology was a lot stronger, I think, than that one. It could be leading me up to it right now because I haven't gotten that. What I'm saying, that really deep into what you was just saying. But so far, it's like you got to stop and then you got to go look up stuff and you start to research. It's just not just reading through and then like because you like even when you get the Bible scriptures, people especially you got
Right.
to go
Look
back
it
and
up.
study.
This
Yeah.
is what
So
I'm trying to tell you.
and then you can see exactly what you're saying. So that's the whole thing. Is I'm like it's dope. I just was like, but my everything comes in time with me. So at my time, so I was like, that's why I was asking that if the Audible was ready because if it was, I can go ahead and I'll be done in no time. Especially while I'm at work. You know how I do. I tune in and then tune
Hmm.
everything else out. But it's so
You
far
got. I think it's on
it's
Barnes
good.
and Noble Audible, or
They have it there.
yeah, or if you put in, Google it, go to the site and go to Audible. It should be there. It's either I think it's on Barnes and Noble. I'm not sure about Amazon.
Oh man, don't tell me that. I'm going there tonight. So just go look it up
Yeah,
on Barnes and Noble, and it's the Audible there.
Cosmic Awareness. Yep.
Oh, I'm doing
Yeah, the
that tonight.
audio should be there already.
Okay, okay. Well, there it is, folks. So I'll be caught up in no time.
I mean, the Cosmic Awareness is more because I'm trying to have basically a conversation with your spirit.
Hmm.
So when I'm sitting there to explain it, said, okay, this is what needs to happen. First thing
Hmm.
we need to do is to heal. Without healing, there can be no upgrade. That's in the first few paragraphs of the thing. And then I go on to show you how are we going to heal? Why are we healing? What are we healing from? You see what I'm saying? So I go through and I'm showing you that you're more than what you think you are through words and scriptures and things that you've heard all your life.
Hmm.
Just
That's
breaking
dope.
it down for you. I'm
That's
giving you
dope,
that
man.
shortcut, that bridge.
It's been we've been on here an hour and a half, bro. You're gonna have to
It's
save
been a
some for
while.
the yeah. We didn't even get to talk about the stuff that you wanted to really talk about.
I'm gonna be real. A lot of stuff we went over it without even having to go
It is
to it.
that hey, that's how spirit works.
How the
So
spirit is working.
you off tomorrow?
Yep.
I was, but my manager just texted me and said, "Are you here tomorrow?" Because I knew, like, check this out. This is funny because I I originally had Thursday off because my birthday came in the beginning of the week, so I knew I wasn't gonna be able to do anything really. So I said I'll take Thursday and have a longer week. So and I said yesterday it's like, oh yeah, you have off Thursday. I was like, yeah. They said, you coming in on Friday? I said, you know what? I won't be here tomorrow for them to ask. No, that
So you ain't
motherfucker
gotta worry
text
about
me.
that right there.
He texts me. I was like, so I texted back, like, yeah, I'll be in for a couple hours, but I really didn't want, I wanted to go ahead and have the whole weekend to myself, but I'm gonna go get that little couple extra dollars. And I was off today. I got off yesterday, so I'm gonna just go ahead and wrap it up a little bit and be out. But
Yeah, I was
um,
I was I was just gonna take today off, but I was like, fuck it, I might as well take tomorrow off too.
that's what I. But my sister keep telling me, she's like, you don't celebrate it your birthday enough. She's like, it seemed like your birthday just won't go away because I did. We did.
It's
We
every
did.
day's
We
a
did.
birthday.
Yeah, but that's what they say in my family. Because what I did is we had that all white, at the beginning of the but it was three people birthdays. Mine hadn't came. Renee's,
Oh, I
hers
see
was
what you're
last
saying.
month. Hers was last month. The guy that owns the place, his birthday was that day, and mine was coming. So it's like, didn't you just have a party? And then my dad took me to dinner, him and my mom, and then so all of them was there again. And then so on my birthday, they was like, we don't told you happy birthday enough, my brother and sisters. And then my sister gave me, my gift for today, and then my other sister, she gonna give me mine on over the weekend. She was like, and then that's it. Your birthday was long enough. I said, wait a minute. I know you ain't talking about somebody
And
that
that's it.
celebrate. She be celebrating the whole month. You know what I'm saying? Like she already got her Christmas tree up. You know what I'm saying? She put her Christmas tree up already. And in the summertime, she's watching Hallmark, watching Christmas in July and all that. So I was like, I know you're not talking. You know what I'm saying? This is my birthday. You do it for your
Mm.
birthday and for Christmas. So and
Well,
it ain't even Halloween. It ain't
well, let's
even Thanksgiving.
end this one.
All right.
Been an hour and a half of goodness.
Yeah.
Broke down a lot of stuff. Nice chatting with you, Jizzazz, once again.
We'll get it
Um,
together
you
again.
already know, man. You already know.
Maybe a pop
But
up this weekend.
what do you say? Repeat, copy, recycle, materialize. Do what you got to do with the the podcast. Get it out
Yeah.
there,
Like, subscribe,
right?
share. So, we
But
play y'all. We play y'all this week too. So,
mhm, we're a
probably,
wreck.
huh?
We're a wreck.
Oh,
Horrible.
y'all, us too. So,
Yeah, but I don't know. With no defense, we make every team look good. Every quarterback
yeah,
looks good.
and we do too, man. And then our quarterback is not. He don't have
No.
enough. He don't have enough for me. He need to take charge, take control.
Well, if he's
He's too
running
soft.
for his life,
Yeah, that too. So,
well, we will see,
we'll
my
do.
brother.
All right, all right. So, yep, like, share, subscribe. I'm Jazz Daily. I'm on all formats. You look on any of them: TikTok, um, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all of them. The only ones I really like, really though, to tell you the truth, is
All of them.
that TikTok. TikTok, the truth. Oh, before we go though,
Banking.
I just seen today. Well, I heard about it. Africa got their own internet. So this lady came on. She's like, they got their own internet now. They got their own currency. So we don't have to go ahead and. I mean, it's like we're
Yeah, they're
America's.
gonna freeze America out.
So you know where that's the next war going to be, right? They's not going to want to go ahead and
Ain't gonna
have
be no war.
control. Oh man, listen. America's greedy. You know what I'm saying? And then if you can log on to an African internet service provider and don't have to, and United States can't do nothing, censor nothing to it. Google knocking at their door like, yo, what's up? You froze, mental. We'll talk about it because you froze. Well, to everyone that's still there, I want to say peace, like, subscribe, share. And I'm Jazz Daily on every platform, and that's Mental. He's on Facebook and I think TikTok as well. So go get his book, and you can find it on Borders online, or you can go to Amazon. So I want to say peace out, everyone.